Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as the Blue Goliath in this one. We're on Distillery against Rogue Val, Hank, Jack and Lennox for this particular game. DOT based goalie, as we always mention. Sacrifices a bit of upfront damage for lingering DOT, fire based damage. Rogue Val is actually equipped for this situation. This is one of the rare instances. Multi-target monsters are actually what Rogue Val aims to counter, because she can multi-heal. Jack is also just Jack into both goalies, so he's a particularly strong counter. Lennox kind of just exists, and Hank is just decent into every monster, so we'll see. We're going to snow him up. If you've never seen this before, it's a 4v1 acing. We're currently playing as the one of that equation, obviously. What we're going to be doing at the very beginning is just going around the map, looking for wildlife to kill and eat, so that we may evolve to stage 2, which is where most of the fighting is going to begin, because monsters are very weak. You'll notice a very high degree of animation quality and finesse in this game as well. This game's from 2015. And serves as a particularly obvious reminder, fellas, that at least in this genre, gaming fell off. But you know, we won't go straight into it straight away. Yeah, we're just going to be looking, that's going to be melee slow based on the health bar. Yeah, a bit beefier than usual. Don't have a buff at the moment, so we will take that. Certain wildlife around the map does provide little bonuses if you find the albino versions. Let's get them because I don't know how close they are to us. That's going to be armor regen, which I... both not very useful, to be honest, so we'll just take this. Some of this. Gunfire or something then. I thought I could anyway. A bit terrifying. Very close now though, just need to eat one more. Down there. Good. That's going to give us stage 2, which we'll get a bit more distance for, just in case, because I've done this before and they've been right there, despite not being able to smell them. Let's go with that, that's fine. Right on the edge of the rock. When you evolve, you gain size, HP, damage, and 3 abilities to put into your... well, 3 points to put into your abilities, I should say. We're looking good so far. We have just alerted birds, though. Let's kill this sloth, I think. Yep, because it's going to come... try and mither me. Bollocks. Give me 2 bars there. Give me something else. No, fuck that. Get out. We still need full armour before we go in there. That's what I was saying there. As I say, sometimes you can't smell them and then you just turn up out of the blue. Just max the armour back up. Those. Right, get in there. I was going to say we do hit that because that's a collapsible treat one. Just realised that's not tech Hank, so we need to actually prioritise Hank. Beam is a little bit too good to ignore. Usually what happens with this monster is you want to spread your damage amongst everybody, as long as it's not a... you know, single target ability. Everything applies DOT, but you want to sprinkle the fire across everybody. You actually have him back up again, so I'm just going to have to immediately go for this. I don't know where he's gone. Cloaked at the moment. Knocking down there. Okay, that's a cheeky AI teleport. Good. Let's go for Val. Just so we can prevent very quick revives. Good. Now we go for Jack. We don't really need to now anyway because the dome's come down. We'll get out of that situation then. Because we are losing red bar damage, so that's permanently gone. Outside of evolving, obviously. You do gain the percentage of your HP back. It's going to give us stage 3. I'm going to go for one more though, just see if we can get some more strikes. Possible. Ability cooldowns, yes it is. That's Goldie's best buff. We'll happily take that. The fuck is your problem? Darwinism, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually only one bar of that. Get in there again. Stop on that. She actually landed that thumb strike because of that. Do go for Hank again though. Animations, by the way. We whined about how this game was a cash grab and all that kind of shit, but people actually put effort into making it. People who were working on it. Something you never see these days. Which you need. These days it's about making that Kickstarter, siphoning as much money from the gullible as you can, and releasing your alpha phase dog shit, basically. It's fine, get out there. We'll go grab stage 3 now though. If you stick around on the channel, boys, we just, you know, we deal in realism at the end of the day, because I'm sick of what's fucking happened to this genre. To be honest, we literally, overall, as a collective, just accepted mediocrity. And, you know, these days when you mention it, you're the problem, you know? We just literally took the dog shit option, as far as I'm concerned with this genre. I forgot to max rock there. I usually max rock instead of flame breath because flame breath's more of a tool on this monster rather than an attack. Applying your DOT, but that's fine. So at stage 3, METEOR Goliath does have the biggest armor pool of all the monsters in the game, so we're going to be taking a moment here just to feed up a bit. Before we actually get in there. That's move speed. Kinda don't want it, to be honest, because ability cooldowns is a bit too good. Let's get in there. Can actually launch a rock from here and try and land it. We'll thread it through there. Never mind, it hit the tree, that's hilarious. It actually went through, never mind. Good. So Rogue Val's removed the strikes, because he used that medbay. Same cannot be said about Hank though. She's probably got the second revive there, no she hasn't, good. Get rid of that. So that revive. 39 seconds on Hank coming back. Good. Actually got the revive off, okay, it's fine. Go for Lennox here because she has just lost a shield. Good. I don't think we get over there in time, no we don't, that's fine. Revives are quite quick in this game because it is action paced. I don't actually get that because he still had it on me. Hanky's coming back, so we're going to get another wave here. Put DOT on her just so she keeps decaying while she's on the ground. Animations again. Won't see that at the top of the genre. Now we just wait. Put me fire out. Sneaky little bastard's cloaked on her. Yeah, he has. Cloaked straight out of the ship, dude. I think he's going over here. There's a footprint there. Didn't come over here. He's probably bought himself another wave there now then. Get the armour. And my counterplay to this, because he has run off, no he's there, is you can destroy the relay. You start doing this. So you can destroy that and force him to come over. Obviously because he's a bot, he's not going to respond to it properly, but you can break the monster out of doing that by tap firing them. Just sending them bullet away basically. Because this game actually has back and forth counterplay to everything on both sides. Hunters have to stick together, play, you know, in a manner that would resemble them knowing how to play video games and not being carried through it with iframes. And the monster has to obviously be wise with spending HP and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the relay situation is if they get too good at hiding, like, you know, coming out of the ship and cloaking and all that kind of stuff, they can basically get infinite respawns if they do manage to do that. You can go and pressure the relay, basically, because if you destroy the relay as a monster, you win, whether the hunters are dead or not. So, yeah, there's a back and forth at every situation where equal parts a side can win, you know, rather than, for an example, because we will go there, the end game in Dead by Daylight where if a survivor is nearly out of the gate and you manage to down them, they're basically still free because all the hooks that are near the gates are within the window of the anti-tunneling mechanics, which is basically just iframes for a select amount of time straight off the hooks, and that doesn't deactivate during the end game. So what basically happens is you can get a down at a door, have no available hook available because of the way hooks are spaced out, so you have to put them on one that's near the door, the survivor gets rescued, and then you can't fucking kill them because they just get iframes towards the door and there is zero counterplay to that, you know? But yeah, it is what it is. There's a situation in this game where you can come back on both sides. But you know, we traded it in because I'm a gamer's wallets and, oh, I don't have a job and I can't buy me content, you know, that kind of shit. And that's coming from somebody at the time who didn't have a job but still bought this game and all its content, you know, because I invested in it for myself, to be honest, and all this time later I'm still enjoying it. So it is what it is. The clout wagon that surrounded this game was the thing that killed it, basically, because it turned into this fucking echo chamber of sheep, basically, that, you know, once the bigger YouTubers got hold of the idea of, oh, we can make content off this, you know, complaining about the pricing and all this kind of shit, and then it became too much and then the game got shut down. But, you know, it's weird how, or it's weird to me at least, anyway, how since 2015 and since all that drama kicked off about there not being enough content and there not being, you know, a lot for what you're getting your money's worth, the asymmetrical genre has yet to reach this fucking peak ever again. You know, in terms of atmosphere, animation quality, and the actual fucking effort that's been put into the video game. But, you know, you can't really convince the modern gamer of that when they actually, all they know is Dead by Daylight, which is genuinely just mediocre and fucking dry with no atmosphere. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't convince anybody anymore. I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll hopefully see you for the next one. Bye.